Good morning. I want to give you guys a little process to work with fear of sensations today. A couple different scenarios that this might be helpful in. I've had a few conversations the last few days that reminded me I've used this for a lot of things. So if you are experiencing any symptom that you need to help your brain understand is safe to experience, this is different. Some people, it works best if we redirect our attention away from symptoms. And for some of us, we need to learn how to coexist with them on a somatic sensation, like sensory level, and realize that it's safe to have this experience. So it might be symptoms, it might be other things, things like hunger or fullness. You know, if you're working through an eating disorder or have food-related stuff, the sensations of hunger and satiation or digestion can all be sensations that we need to learn to reassociate as positive. The sensations of fatigue, if you've been working with a freeze response, sometimes the feeling of tiredness itself and however that feels can be a trigger, or the opposite, you know, somatically, if we're in sympathetic, the sensations of anxiety might be a trigger. So for any of those things, you can use this. So I think of this as like a pet the dog exercise. So imagine if you were teaching a child how to pet a cat or dog for the first time, and you'd kind of guide them over and just very gently kind of pat the back just a little bit, maybe like and that's it. And then you just kind of back off and that's it. We're not doing any more than that. And how this works is to come into your body when you notice the sensation. Go to where the sensation is, bring your awareness to it. Almost like bringing your body awareness to that sensation and just touching it just for a second. And what I like to do with this is say to your limbic system or your inner child in your mind, hey, this is safe. It's okay. It's okay to feel this. This is a safe sensation to have. And practice just being with it sensorially for just a second or two and softening in response to it. So notice what happens if your whole body, if you start to clench your jaw, your shoulders, your gut, your pelvic floor, your legs, your hips, your feet. If you notice your whole body starting to grip in response to actually being with that sensation, practicing consciously releasing the tension in response for just a couple of seconds while telling yourself that it's safe to have this experience, this sensation is safe. And that's it. Just 2 or 3 seconds, soften, back off, come back and do it again later. Just really slowly so that we're not pressuring this scared, vulnerable part of us that has learned that the sensation means danger. We're not pressuring it, but we're giving it the chance to create a new positive association in a very present, guided way. So just as needed, sprinkle that in and see what happens.